family, she family. Hey, it's your host Trish and co-host
Amari,
Amari. What's up, Amari? What's going on? How are
what's
you?
up? I'm
You've been
good.
gone.
I know it's been a little while.
It's been a minute. A lot going on in the world. A lot of shit happening politically, celebrity wise, just life wise. What you been doing the last couple weeks?
It was my birthday, so I was celebrating a little bit. Still getting settled into moving. That takes a long time,
Hmm.
and just the baby, getting used to this commute from the new place, working. Sending her sometimes to daycare. So just trying to find a routine.
Got you, got
What
you.
about you?
Um, I had an anniversary. So the weekend after your birthday was my anniversary. So I've been
Mhm.
married 29 years, long time,
I
long time.
know. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. We probably should do a show on just marriage. Have we even done that?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Huh.
That's a good
Interesting.
one, though.
I don't know. We'll see. But just anniversary, we went to go see the 85 South show, which I love. I love them. They have screws missing. Something wrong with them.
Is it like what kind of music?
No, it's like comedy.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
Okay.
85 South show. You never heard of it?
No.
Okay, hold on, because most millennials have heard of that. I
85.
learned of it from my millennial daughter.
Really?
Yeah. So, if you ever get a chance, they're funny. They talk about everything though. They have a little podcast and they have everybody kind of on it, but then they also go on tour and they do their little comedy thing. But it's not really comedy. I mean, it's really like they get up there and just bullshit for a few hours.
Okay. So I
Talk
know
about
some of these people, but I didn't know they had a show.
yeah.
Okay. So from Wild and Out.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're pretty funny.
yeah, they're funny. So it was good. We went down there to see them, and other than that, just same old, working. Uh, Bonded with my little grandbaby. I
Yeah.
I, I figure out I'm gonna call her my grandbaby girl. I like it
Okay.
because I call my daughter baby girl, so I'm gonna call her
Yeah.
my grandbaby girl. I love it, love it, love it, love it. But anywho, nothing much. Yeah, just same old shit. But
Ready for the holidays?
I am.
I love
My
it.
birthday is a whole holiday. But okay, I skipped to November. We have Halloween coming up.
Yeah.
What is your baby gonna be for Halloween?
To be determined. We
Okay.
have a potential costume, but I feel like it's kind of controversial. So me and my husband have been going back and forth about it.
What? Who is it?
It's no one. That's the problem. We'll talk off air.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's getting closer. We got to figure it out. But yeah, we've been, you know us. We've been in debates about it.
Got you. I think my okay, we'll talk off here. I'll
Yeah.
just tell you, I never
Speaking
wore
of
a
cancel
Halloween.
culture.
I never wore a Halloween costume until I was maybe 12. So I'm just saying.
Mm, yeah.
My dad was raised by a Jehovah's Witness mom. He wasn't Jehovah's
Okay.
Witness, but he was raised by a mom. So holidays weren't really a thing. But
How did
my
that make you feel? I always wonder how the kids like. Did you notice?
um yes, yes, always noticed. Um I used to think that my dad took advantage of it because he didn't want to spend no money on nothing, but I
I
could be
mean,
wrong. That
yeah.
was just me as a kid. Like, he just don't
Mm-hmm.
want to buy me nothing.
Oh,
But I don't know. My mom always participated in everything. So Christmas, decorate, like it was all a thing.
yeah,
Yeah, it was always fun.
yeah.
I
We
think my
love the
grandbaby's gonna
holidays.
be a love bug, a ladybug.
Oh, yeah. Those full costumes. I don't know if it is, but those are like the bomb. I need to find one of those again where it's like the
Like
full.
warm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, it was cold today.
Very
So,
cold.
all right. Well, we'll be talking about this show.
We're talking about cancel culture.
Cancel culture, cancel culture. Interesting. What exactly, for the people that are tuned in and don't know what cancel culture is, what is cancel culture?
So when I was looking it up, the definitions I found that resonated most with me were like this word or this concept of ostracism, right? Like, so a way to express our disapproval for something, a way that a majority kind of ostracizes someone for something they said, something they did, something they stand for. um, And we talked a little bit beforehand, and I, in my head, think, this is like this thing that we have created in Black culture. But you've brought up a couple examples, and I know we'll go into it where it's not just Black people. And so I have to keep that in mind because I can agree. There are some examples where it's not Black people leading the cancellation.
Hmm.
Um, but a lot of times it is Black people that are up for cancellation.
Exactly. And what I don't like about this new cancel culture, which I want to say is like a 2018 type thing. It was birthed in 2018 around about. I don't like how social media is able to take something and run with it, like run so fucking far with it, and it might not even be true. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But until the facts, like by the time the facts get out and they're like, no, he didn't hit
Mhm.
her. You know what I mean? Like she hit him, ran him over with the car, and he was just trying to get her off of him. I mean, that's really extreme, but
Right.
you know what I mean? But all you
But it's an
hear.
example because it's some of the stuff we hear so often. And as soon as we hear it, it's like, oh, they're canceled. And then you don't let the process run out. And then no one ever comes back afterwards and says, okay, we're uncanceling this person because it wasn't true.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
seems like the only way to get uncanceled is if you go on this fucking like worldwide
Hmm.
apology tour and you're saying sorry, you at the fucking red table talk, you seeing talking to Gail King, you doing all the things.
And I really don't like that part of the cancel culture or even like this politically correct culture that we find ourselves in. And I think that's how this topic came up organically, right? And
Hmm.
there was just a lot of stuff in the media where it's like, okay, what do you think about this? And do we fall into cancel culture when we say enough is enough? But I have a hard time doing that because I don't like when people then come back and say, well, I don't want to get canceled, so I'm apologize. Or I didn't really mean that. Or, oh, I didn't know it was going to get that reaction, so I'm sorry. I can respect more for someone to just come out and say how they feel, do what they're going to do, and it be genuine to
Hmm.
you.
Hmm.
And you stand on it, and maybe you got canceled. You might not get canceled in my eyes just because if that's your truth, that's your truth.
Right.
Um, so yeah, that's the downside of cancel culture is people are always going to then come back and you don't know what to believe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One person that comes to mind when you're saying, look, say what you said, stand on what you believe, you may or may not get canceled. The one person that comes to mind for me is Dave Chappelle,
Hmm. Yeah, he's a
because
good
he's
example of that.
unapologetically like, no, this is what I said
Yeah,
and I'm not getting canceled. Like he straight up said, you can't cancel me. I'm like,
right,
oh,
which is
okay.
true. And I think that even for him, his case was like special because it came out that that he's homophobic or he's transphobic when that's a separate issue. But what he actually said and he was getting canceled for wasn't really phobic at all, right? He
Yeah.
was talking about a real life situation with someone
Right.
that was trans. And I think that proves this point, right? It's like we can't say anything
Right. Right. Right.
about this community without a threat of being canceled.
Right. 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 I agree. Um, when think about cancel culture. Cancel culture. A few people, a few names popped in my head. I'm gonna name some of these names off, and I'm gonna put like who canceled them. Right.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the most controversial, and then we'll come back to him.
Okay.
Ye, aka Kanye. Kanye West.
Okay.
He has
So we
pissed
just have to
off.
put it out there. He's inspired this episode with
He
his
definitely
latest
inspired.
antics. Yeah.
And yes, I watched all 3 hours, so we gonna get into it. Did
Okay.
you watch all 3 hours of that
I
shit?
made it through about 2,
Okay.
and I got home and I was like, I'm gonna come back to this. But the more I stewed over the 2 hours, I was like, I have to cut it
Yeah, yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. All right. So Kanye pissed off the black community and to me fueled the white community because I don't know if you heard about today, neo Nazis are on the 405 freeway in California with signs
Mm-hmm.
saying we agree with Kanye. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this is the community that you fueled, maybe the message that you're getting across isn't getting across how you thought it would. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon pissed off.
Oh, I didn't have him down. Okay.
Oh, he pissed off. I think the world.
Women?
Or no, I don't think he pissed off women. I think he pissed off a lot of people being anti-Semitic.
Oh, okay. So the yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Okay, uh,
But he got uncanceled.
because he went on the apology tour. He
Okay.
had a rabbi sitting next to him with the thing on his head and everything.
Okay.
um,
I thought you was talking about his way of living, his lifestyle.
I don't give a hell. I don't give one damn about Nick Cannon and all his kids because
Okay.
guess what? He can take care of them. No, he doesn't spend a whole bunch
Financially,
of
he could take
quality.
care of them financially.
Yes, which is a lot more than some dads are doing these days. I'm just
True. We look.
saying.
We're putting Nick Cannon on the with an asterisk at the end. We might have to circle back.
All right, we'll circle back. Minister Louis Farrakhan. I guess he kind of is in the same boat as Nick Cannon. He's anti-Semitic.
Okay.
Um, R. Kelly, I think he pissed off women in the black community.
Yeah.
That's and me being one of them. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, I used to be a huge, 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 huge R. Kelly fan. Had R. Kelly fan on my license plate on my car. That much of a fan. And I have a daughter, and now I have a granddaughter. And if that is the way you really are doing this thing, and you're treating these young girls, women, teenagers that way, I can't support you anymore. I can't even
Mhm.
separate. I can't even justify and say, well, just the music. I like the music, but I don't like him as a person. I can't even separate it
Mhm.
anymore
Okay.
because that's sending a horrible message for me, to my daughter, and to my granddaughter that I still celebrate this human being that treats women this way. Now, do other men do the same thing? Yep, they do. And do they get canceled? Some of them. Some of them don't. Some of them don't get caught. It's
Right.
sad. But R. Kelly was, a big thing for me. Will Smith came to mind. He pissed off everybody, I think, with the slap. He pissed me off though. Take me off the list.
Yeah.
Remove me. I
I'm
was
not
not
on the
pissed off.
list. I'm
Oh,
not on
okay.
the list.
And I like Jada. I don't care what's
Put me
at
on the list. Jada is canceled.
at me. All right, she ain't canceled. She
Jada
stands
is
on her truth. Damn it,
canceled.
and it is what it is, and I like her. Kevin Hart was canceled. I think he pissed
I'm
off.
on the list.
Who did
He's
he?
canceled.
Okay, who did he piss off? Married
Me.
women?
No, he's not. He's not going to be canceled.
What did he do? Cheat on his wife?
No, he's just.
What did he do?
I feel like he's one of those ones who's being used by just kind of like white media. He's getting washed. He's
Okay,
getting a
but
little.
what has he done to
No, that's what I'm saying. He's
destroy
not
our
getting
community?
canceled. That's just a personal. We personally don't watch him or think he's funny anymore.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that. But to me, he's not canceled. I mean,
No, he's not canceled anymore.
he's never been canceled with me.
Well,
Shit.
because the whole with his wife, and then when he
You
came out
know
and did
how
all
many
that.
men cheat on their damn
But people
wives every
canceled
single
him.
day?
They did. He's uncanceled, but he did.
He went on his apology tour, and then
Right.
they tried to hit him with the LGBTQ plus community about some stuff he said about his kid and everything. But listen, some of the go back and listen to some of those comedy, please. No, we gotta toughen it up. We gotta toughen up.
Agreed.
Um, we got a comment. Keep people wives' name out your mouth.
Uncanceled
Uncle
Will.
Willie.
Will is uncanceled. I feel like it was always 50-50. Will wasn't ever gonna be canceled.
Never.
He's in that Dave Chappelle tier.
Never, never. All right, Snoop. Who's Snoop? Snoop
Why
has
Snoop
called
get
black women.
canceled?
He
Y'all can
called,
cancel Snoop now.
girl. He called Gail a funky dog. What?
Well,
So, ah!
well,
Wait a minute. He called her a funky dog head. So, I don't know what he said, but it. Damn it. He not canceled. He wasn't canceled with me. I was just like, damn, that was a little harsh, Snoop. But
and
he
that's
was
okay. But he can't. We can't cancel Snoop.
he wasn't canceled. Snoop ain't never gonna be canceled.
Exactly.
Snoop and Martha. Listen, they buddies
Right.
never gonna be canceled. Bill Cosby was canceled, but he
Bill
was
Cosby
canceled
was
by who?
canceled.
The Me Too movement,
White women.
white women. I think he was canceled by white women. Um, ah, I think that he's done way more good for our community than bad. And I'm gonna say this, and I what y'all gonna do? Can't listen.
We
That
gonna get
shit.
canceled after this episode because we
We
gonna.
might, but okay. I mean, what? What do you? Sorry, I said what I said. So,
And that wasn't a lie, but can I say? I mean, was that not the times? I
it
don't. I
was the
don't.
times.
Okay. Okay.
It was the times, and just like it was the times. If you go back and let me tell you something. If you go listen to um, one of my favorites of all time, Eddie Murphy, some of his comedy, Delirious.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to that shit right now today, some people gonna cry. Some
Mm.
people in the LGBT community gonna cry. Some women gonna cry. He everybody, nobody was off limits. Nobody.
Mm.
So
Right. Okay.
yeah.
So Bill. But Bill is canceled though.
Okay.
I mean, you could take yourself off the list, but
I know he's canceled,
right.
but my thing is this. And I'm gonna say this. I said what I said.
Before you say,
Until that old bitch that lied on Emmett Till is canceled, then leave Bill alone, his old ass alone. Now I said it. Colin Kaepernick, he was
yeah,
canceled by the white folks.
yeah, he was canceled by the white folks, by the yeah.
Who else?
I was gonna say by the cops, by the Blue Lives Matter, all them
I don't.
canceled.
Okay. Some
But
of them.
they fall under the white people umbrella.
Well, anyway, they canceled him. And then they try. So the black community tried to cancel Ice Cube. I don't think you can do that either.
Who did? Oh, Ice Cube.
Yeah. She said my goal is to get canceled. No, it ain't. It ain't.
Ice Cube. We did try to cancel Ice Cube.
We tried to, but
But we was just in our field. We not gonna cancel Ice Cube.
he's
We
not
can't cancel
canceled.
people for. We're gonna get into it.
But I bet you he don't wear that. He don't go to that goddamn White House talking to the man.
And under him, I put a few people: Ice Cube, Lil Wayne, and Kodak Black. They was all. I put everybody that was under that support of Trump. We kind
Mm,
of put them on a cancellation list.
got you, got you. La Brea put Dr. Dre. What he was canceled
He was canceled for
for
what?
beating the women. I'll cancel him.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll. Do I still listen to his music? Yup, like
Dr.
for
Dre
sure.
was canceled. I didn't get that
He
memo.
been
Okay,
beating
but
women
who
all
canceled him though?
probably black women that's been abused,
Okay.
which I get.
Hmm.
I understand. I get it. I don't think he's gonna be
Okay,
canceled.
I had a few. You touched a lot of them. Let me see. I said Little Wayne. I had the baby.
What'd he do?
He was on stage talking about gay people with AIDS and then
Oh, that was a
the
lot.
situation.
That was
Yeah,
a lot.
he had
That
got
was
canceled.
that was a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, that was
Tory
extra.
Lanez.
Oh yeah, he's canceled. Somebody just texted me Dwayne Wade, but I didn't cancel Dwayne Wade. You canceled Dwayne Wade and
Yeah.
Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we gonna leave that right there. All right, so I didn't cancel him. Sorry.
You don't got it, it's okay.
Who else is controversial?
Yeah, so maybe if you guys can think of any more that you would like us to discuss, because I think we're going to go through.
Yeah, let's go.
Um, while we're waiting for that, though, you mentioned something that I think is important. You
Okay.
said that you weren't going to be able to separate the art from the person. And sometimes that comes into play when we're talking about cancel culture.
Mhm.
Do you think that that's possible?
Yes, I did it for a very long time with R. Kelly. I did it for a long time where I was like, okay, I could listen to the music. I don't really like him as a person.
But
He's
what's the difference as a fan, though? Because it's not like you just don't
it was
answer his
just hard
calls.
for me to let go. It was hard for me to not listen to the music. That music was a part of me. It was a part of my life. It was part of my upbringing. Those songs remind me of my whole life. I know what I was doing, when I was doing, who I was doing with, whatever, when whatever album came out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a part of me because music. I love music. Music is in me, right? So certain music reminds me of certain things, and um, I didn't want to let go of my memories, even though I knew he was not right. I knew it when he married Aaliyah. I knew it then. I knew it in 1993, but I just couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't come to terms with it.
So then, with separating the art from the person, does that look like you stop maybe putting posters up, or
Going to the
fantasizing about
concerts,
this person, or going to a concert, but you can still just listen to the music?
right?
Okay.
That's what I did for a long time. I stopped going to the concerts. I stopped supporting. Stopped giving my money that
Mm-hmm.
way. But yes, I still would listen to the music. But now it's like, okay, now I listen to the music. I'm like, yo, nasty ass was talking about girls, like little
I
girls,
think that's the part
nasty
where it's
stuff.
like, I think you can separate it sometimes, but then it's like, if it's just so heavily into the art that we're consuming, it makes it really hard.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Which let's talk about Kanye. And I know he's the most controversial, but there are
Yeah.
a lot of people that view still right now, October 23rd, 8:24 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, view this man as a genius. They view this man as a free thinker. They view this man as, just a glitch in the matrix. I don't know. They kind of worship him, and it's really fucking cult like to me. What are your thoughts? Because I know when we first start. talking about this, you were like, I'm on the fence?
Okay, so I would let's go back because I was never like when he first dropped, right? Like we laugh about him, me and my husband, because he's a really huge like Kanye fan of the music when it first came out, and I really wasn't. It wasn't until he got with Kim that I really started to listen to his stuff. Obviously, he's on the radio, you know all the words. He's Kanye,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But it wasn't until he got with Kim, he put out some music and he was doing a run because he wanted to do the fashion. And he was doing a lot of interviews and I was listening and I was like, I like what he's saying, right? It was a lot of like, let's stop focusing so much on racism and really let's take a look at this classism, right? Because even if we get money, they're still looking at us as a certain way. Or let's just look at it like it's all tied together, right? Money is not the answer. And so I was following a lot of that. And then as time goes on, you see things kind of fall apart. The marriage falls apart. He's trying to run for president, distracting us from, getting Trump out of office. And then it's kind of set for pause, right? It's like, what's this person doing? As a person that's in the mental health field, I don't like that a lot of people give him this pass. Oh, he's sick, he's mentally ill. I do not believe Kanye West is mentally ill. Now, obviously, he may have some things that he's going through. He dealt with the loss of a parent. I can't imagine that. Yes, traumatic things have an impact on our mental health, but I think he is very sound. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. And I do think that in some form, he is a genius, right? I mean, the art that he's put out, it, it, someone making that is a creative genius. Now, I think that he is not sophisticated. He said that he's never finished a whole book.
Hmm.
That's troublesome,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Um, and to say like, well, knowledge is not, what did he say? Like basically like knowledge is not from like reading books. And yeah, but at the end of the day, the things that you are saying and the influence you have, this big voice, it needs to be backed up by something scholarly, not just something that you came up with.
Hmm.
And I think that with him, it's just so hard because I am always going to be like, say what you feel. I hate this politically correct society where everyone goes around and apologizes. Some of the things he was saying, I do agree with.
Hmm.
Um, Even, that Black people are, the chosen people. I do believe that. I mean, I have done real Bible study and real, you know, biblical, studies that I have come to that conclusion. So I just don't like that he comes out and he says these grand things. He thinks he's the only one that even knows it. People are studying this. People go to school to like only study the word and things like that. So it's like I don't like that he comes out thinking he's the only one. And as I was listening, it's funny, the first hour, I was looking at my husband and I was like, I like this, right? Where he was telling people like Meek Mill and all of them, like, keep my name out your mouth, like, stop, like, all of those things. Because again, we're in this politically correct system. We don't, same thing with Will Smith. You talking about my wife? We're not celebrities no more. Like, this is man to man. So all of that I like. But then as you just keep listening, you hear these buzzwords, right? My people. And I'm like, you're using us because we're not, you're I feel like you've exhausted us, right? And now you wanted to be in the rooms with the white people. You got in those rooms and they're still looking at you like a Black person. And so now you want to try to charge us up to get behind you and basically push your message for your own selfish reasons. And I don't want to be used because then you wear a White Lives Matter shirt. So you're not our people. You sit here and so who are, it's only about you. And
Yeah.
that's what I don't like is I'm with you. But then as I'm listening, I'm like, this is your own selfish agenda. And I don't want to be used for that.
Listen, you pegged it. Everything, I'm sitting up here listening to the same thing. I'm like, he is really out for himself. That's it. That's
That's it.
all. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, he bought land for, yeah, okay. Um, Listen, he said that the White Lives Matter shirt doesn't mean that Black lives don't matter. He says, "Oh, I guess I should have said that."
We've heard that. We've been
You
there.
think? And then at the end, I know you probably didn't see this. I wore the White Lives Matter shirt because my wife is white. My wife is white. And then in the next breath, when they steal my kids, I need my culture. I need the culture to come and help me. It wasn't making sense. He
Yeah.
was blurting out things. I could tell some dumb shit was gonna come out of his mouth when somebody would ask him when he finally let somebody ask a fucking question. That was like 30 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
he led the interview 30 minutes in, and so they ask him a question and he'll think about it. And this is when I knew some dumb shit was gonna come out. Yeah, just like what they tried to do with the Tuskegee Airmen and da. Okay, go into that, because let me just tell
Right.
you, a lot of people don't know about what happened with the Tuskegee experiment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, Planned Parenthood is our genocide. Okay, well, why don't you go into it and explain who Margaret Sanger is and how she's a eugenist, and eugenics is. Go into that. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like that is a specific target against a certain group of people to eliminate them.
Mm-hmm.
Say that. Say
Right.
that.
Use your voice and your influence for that. But that's not his goal. And that's why I was just reading more things. And I'm like, you can weaponize your influence. And now I feel like by the time I got to the end of it, I'm like, they have used you. You are their puppet now.
Hmm.
And they told you, go rally up. So, we want people to believe that George Floyd's neck was not kneeled on. We want
Girl.
them to believe that XYZ. So now you've been used for their agenda.
Now they can take that snippet and run with it and keep it on Fox News and run that shit over and
Yep.
over and over and
Yep.
over again. George Floyd died of fentanyl. That's
Then
you
to
know what I
say
mean?
that the doc said it, the Candace Owen doc. So then I'm telling my husband, I'm like, you the male version of Candace Owens now. That's who you are, and we don't fuck with her. So that's where you have to be now.
Yep. He literally is over there. That's where he's at. That's where he gonna be. We have the right to not spend our money on someone who doesn't support our values or beliefs. That's not a cancel to me. It's a boycott. Um, I don't know if she's talking about Kanye or the R. Kelly. I don't know who she's talking about.
I think she's talking to, I don't know, maybe Kanye, because we've been on it for a minute. And again, it's hard, right? Because he's someone that I can say, I could separate the art from the person. Because to me, this is a newer thing, right? Like the George Bush doesn't like black people, and the music you originally made did a lot for black people, And so those things I hope were true at some
Mhm,
point.
mhm,
But
mhm.
so many things have happened to you, and you've gained so much notoriety and so much money that you have changed.
Yep.
And so he's a case that I feel like I could separate the art from the person. And it's tough because he'll pull you back in, right? Because he does say stuff where it's like, yeah, that is true. But the damage he's doing, and we talked about that, and that's a really good point. The damage you're doing is not worth a little bit of,
The nuggets that you're getting.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly.
I agree, because there was a lot of things that I agreed with him on, such as the unity, us getting
Yeah,
together and and the music, how it's being weaponized
right, right. Which
to
he is a part of.
he is a part of it. you
And
know.
you know what really was the part that just really disgusted me, where he kept saying, "I want us to not abort our kids. Like black people are the only
The
people
only
getting
one, yeah.
abortions, and the only I that." sickens me,
Yeah,
because anyone that's worked in welfare, that's worked at Planned Parenthood, Black people are not the only people getting welfare and getting abortions.
yeah.
So again, that to me was just, you've been listening to too many white people try to tell you these things, and now you have done their work by trying to spread that to the masses.
I I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. It was a lot. It was a lot. Let
It
me
was a lot.
it was a lot.
So what about the next day, Nori taking it off?
Well, here's the thing. No, at the last 30 minutes, no, 2 hours. I think the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes, Nori actually did
Right.
confront the things, and he talked about the White Lives Matter shirt and how it's, hurtful. He talked about how saying that about George Floyd was hurtful. He talked about he defended the Jewish media to the end, way more than he defended, like, so I don't know what the hell they didn't probably send him a text message saying, "Motherfucker, if you don't say
Because
nothing."
it's the truth. I don't think he was lying. I think that was
He
very.
wasn't. He
The
wasn't.
next day, when you couldn't find it anywhere, the comments were like, "So Kanye was right,"
No,
which
it's still on there. I saw it yesterday.
not on like Drink Champs
Not
though.
on
Like,
Drink
they
Champs.
can't. Right,
Yep.
because it is the Jewish media. We know it is. That's okay if that's the truth. But all the other things you said in that 3 hours is
Mhm.
not worth that little nugget.
You gotta the pros and the cons, and it's way too many cons. Um, and the thing is, he doesn't even give you okay. He doesn't give you enough to chew on. He'll throw out a comment, and you don't. Okay, what do I do with this? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The average person isn't going to research and go
Right,
deep.
right.
The only reason why I got a lot of these things is 'cause I literally am a nerd, and I
Hmm.
read a lot of stuff. I have gone down way more rabbit holes than I care to admit. And I do know a lot of what he was saying was true, but he didn't go into it enough to where people
Right.
could kind of chew on it and say, you know what? Okay, let me look more into this. And
Because
and
he
he
has
doesn't
so
know
many
more
things
either. He
going
don't even
on.
know.
Exactly.
All he knows is a little bit he threw out from
Right.
somebody.
Because he never finished a book. You
And,
read a little bit, then you said, "Oh, that's good."
because he said, "Oh, I got what I'm saying from Ice Cube. Ice Cube started it off, and and Ice Cube was like, keep my
Right.
name
Right.
out your mouth.
Right.
I ain't told you nothing." So he hadn't even had a conversation
Right.
with Ice Cube at all. He
But
just
that's
took.
why I think it comes off like he's mentally ill, because he's so scatterbrained. But to me, it's just that, again, because you're coming with this agenda, you have so many things that you need to try to get off, or you're so thirsty to get people on your side that you're just trying to throw everything out there, and hopefully something sticks and gets people riled up.
Mhm. For sure, for sure. I definitely think that he's doing the work of uh whoever is against the culture.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I said at the beginning of the show, I read before this show that he's got neo Nazis doing the Hitler, dealio or whatever, saying we agree with Kanye. Kanye's right. So
Mm,
some ain't, sir. If you're trying to support the culture, you're not doing that.
right.
Some ain't right.
No, I think that's clear. He's not trying to support the culture.
Yeah. So add me to the cancel. He's canceled.
Yeah, I think I have to. I think you just have to, because just like you said, it's more harmful. And if we keep on just, oh, that's Kanye. Oh, he's just mentally ill. Oh,
Mhm.
he's been around, the Kardashians. If we keep shooting him all this bail, we're
Yeah.
not doing any justice. The only time people notice and go on an apology tour or shut up is when they get canceled.
Right. And I'm like you. I don't agree with that whole apology tour. And I
Yeah,
think
that's whack.
I think Snoop regrets going on the Red Table Talk for sure.
He did about the Gail thing.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that. I love me some Snoop. I didn't know he went on
he
Red.
went on the Red Girl. He on the Red Table Talk. I
Oh, I
still
gotta
watch
watch
the Red
it.
Table Talk.
Speaking of though, I saw Cherise. It's Will Smith's first
Hmm.
wife was on there. I want to watch that.
I'm gonna watch that one too. I think they're really good friends.
Yeah, she comes on. I watch all the Housewives. She comes on as Garcelle with Garcelle all the time. And she's
Mhm.
like super cool. I think they're gonna try to make her a housewife. But yeah, she seems pretty chill.
I don't watch that housewife stuff. I
I
can't do.
watch all of them.
I don't watch the housewives. I don't watch the hip hops and the love and the
Oh,
hip.
I'm over those.
I
I had to
can't.
grow up.
What about, is Ray J canceled? No,
Ray J, not in my book.
mine either.
Oh, I
I
love him.
love Ray J, even with his non-singing
I
ass.
love.
And when he was
He's
on
so
verses,
toxic. I love it. I love it.
Ray J. Now him, to me, Ray J's a genius. I kid you not. That
No,
man
I'm
has
right there
made.
with you. Bray, no, look, I love me some Ray J.
He be in that money. He know how to make some money. I
Yeah.
like Ray J.
Why
All
would
right.
Ray J be canceled?
I want to say behind the whole Kim Kardashian, the tape, and all this.
Nah,
No.
no.
Okay. Um,
Are the Kardashians canceled?
been motherfucking canceled in my book, but I know them your girls. Fuck them hoes.
Again, I had to grow up.
I don't do a Kardashian nothing or a Jenner or a nothing, nothing, Jen, whatever the hell the other people, or what they daddy mama name is, Bruce. I don't do
Caitlyn.
none of them. And the mama, she's a
Oh, Trish.
what do you call a female pimp?
A madam.
Ooh, queen madam, pimping everybody out.
Yeah. She is the madam.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody put, it's Ray J's world. We all just live in it. I love
Seriously.
Ray J.
For real.
So, so we kind of talked about Will Smith. Um, he's not canceled to me.
I'm not mad at Will.
You wanted to come back to Nick Cannon. Why? About the kids?
Not about the kids, but about and maybe not Nick Cannon cancel. Okay, because I watch a lot of podcasts and like I've heard some of the baby mothers speak, and so
I haven't. What's their thing?
I'll send you the podcast. But basically, she starts out saying like, she's monogamous by choice. But I thought he was just, running around having kids, but he's in relationship with all of them. So these are like multiple relationships, and apparently they can date other people, but they're monogamous by choice. And she says, this is the one. Oh, I'm so happy. I love this connection, whatever. But the podcaster eventually asked her, like, okay, do you feel like this is your forever? Does this work for you? And then she came out and said, no, I think deep down, like, I want to be, monogamous with someone. So to me, that sounds a little like that's not really what you want, but this is what you. So I don't know what kind of arrangement they got. I don't know if he's canceled. But the baby mamas are canceled for not getting what they want.
There you go. Cancel them. But here's my thing. Here's what I thought. He has lupus, and he for on somewhere I heard him say, he doesn't think he's gonna live very long, so he wants to make sure that his seeds basically his
Well,
legacy.
sir, that was established. You didn't need 10 kids to do that.
You think Mariah Carey knew she was gonna be part of a harem?
I don't think she knew, but I definitely think that she's the favorite if there is one. I think that he would be with her, but I think she's done with his shit.
You think she left him or he left her?
Oh, I think she left him.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. Oh well.
I mean, he probably wanted to live this lifestyle, and she probably said no
Oh,
because supposedly he's the one leading this lifestyle. This is his.
I couldn't imagine him coming to me or somebody, anybody, uh, that I know and say, "Hey, I would like to have a baby with you," and they say, "Okay." I don't know. I just don't. It just don't
And
work.
your baby gonna be taken care of for the rest of their life. You gonna be put up for the rest of your life. I mean, I
I got to
understand
deal with
how,
all this baby mama drama.
but it's no baby mama drama. According to her, they all know about each other. It's all on Instagram. I looked on a couple of them Instagram, and they all in relationship, traveling and taking trips.
I will watch that reality show. I would. I would watch that.
I'm surprised he let the one girl do the interview because I'm like, I haven't seen any of the other ones speaking.
I would watch it record every with my feet on the bed with the remote. I would
I'm
watch it.
just not into Nick Cannon like that though. He's so goofy and corny to me. I could not watch him.
After I saw a was it? I don't know the backstory. How they tell the little story about them. I realized that he's not as weird or as goofy as you think. Have you ever seen like a documentary on him?
No,
You should. You'll
I can't.
understand him.
I just still see him as like that character from what's the one? You know the movie.
Drumline.
No,
Oh,
the
which
other
one?
one where he's like the nerd, and then Christina Milian.
Oh,
Yeah.
the love don't cost a thing.
Yes. Yes. I just like in my head that's his real
Damn.
character.
Nah, 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 no.
He's a Libra. That's interesting.
He's a real like. You gotta watch his backstory. You gotta watch his backstory. You gotta watch his
Are you
backstory.
attracted to Nick Cannon?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck no. I'm sorry.
Okay. I
No,
was gonna say because some I've talked to some and they're like, no, he's fine. I'm like,
he's
I
not
just
fine,
can't.
but I assume he has some special things going on down there to have a.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I'm
I
just
mean, how else
and
would
then they want to
women
remain
willingly
monogamous,
sign up? Right.
you know. But anyway, I don't know. Cancel culture, I think it's overrated. I think it's too much. I think that social media has way too much power. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
it. And the problem with social media having that much power is that information gets sent all around the world like so quickly, and it may not even be the truth. And
Right.
so that's the part I don't like about it. But then the part I do like about it is the good things get delivered so quickly as well, so we don't have to wait for good information, such as student loan debt and all of that, even though
Right.
the people trying to stop it.
I
Why would
saw
somebody
that.
do that? I mean, I know, okay, we're
Why?
not talking politics.
Why? Yeah. Um, but I think that we need to just figure out a way, because I just feel like cancel culture or they're canceled, like it's just so harsh.
Mhm,
Yes, some people deserve to be maybe boycotted or let's stop supporting them.
mhm.
But a lot of times I'm just like, celebrities are put out there, kind of put up on you know, this pedestal, and then we're just here to judge them
Yeah,
and decide, and I don't like the whole culture of that.
yeah, yeah. And also what I don't like is a lot of these people, come out when they're young and they haven't grown, they haven't matured, they haven't, but they're in these interviews, you know what I mean? They're
Hmm.
tweeting things or whatever, and then life happens and they live
Yeah.
and they mature, they have kids, they're in relationships, and then they kind of understand that, oh, okay, this way I used to think, I don't think this way anymore because
Right.
I've lived life and I know that not to be true, so it doesn't allow a person to mature into a growing, evolved human being, so
They need
now
to get
you
off the
take that
internet.
stuff, huh?
They need to get off the internet too, though.
Yeah, I agree. But here's the thing, in order for them to be relevant, they got to compete with the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, I think, for them. Um, so yeah, they get these tweets taken and put on public display that they said like 10 years ago. It's like, okay, I don't even feel that way anymore. I have like two daughters. I would never say anything like that now.
Hmm.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So
Oh, we didn't even put the main one, Chris Brown. Now,
Chris
Chris,
Brown is not fucking who canceled
they
Chris
started
Brown?
the cancellation culture started with Chris Brown.
Cancel culture. I ain't canceling Chris Brown.
You didn't cancel him back with the whole
Chris
Rihanna
Brown's a
thing.
legend.
He is.
Legendary.
They tried to
Usher
cancel
too.
MJ
They
too.
tried to cancel Usher. Get
Why are you
out
trying
of
to cancel
here.
Usher for giving that lady herpes?
I guess. He ain't
He
canceled.
should.
He
Okay.
went to Africa and got himself together with everybody else, Dr. CB and them, because I can't nobody tell me Magic Johnson got nothing.
Okay. So
He done
Chris
went there,
Brown.
they go to Africa and they get themselves together.
Hmm. So we know that Chris Brown is not canceled now, but he was, and I feel like people love to, because he even went through a phase when he was came back. He was look that he kind of came back, redeemed himself, but then he was getting into trouble, and then they was back on him again. So I feel like right now he's been doing good, but it made me think of him because you said he has kids now, and I've watched a few interviews with him, and he was on some shows with some real F boys, and he really did impress me to where he wasn't kind of falling for the bait and really being like, nah, like I'm not really into that lifestyle
Yeah.
anymore. And I did like that a lot. It seems like he's really growing up.
He's great. He was 18 years old when all that stuff was going on. That was a boy. That boy was a boy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think Rihanna has canceled him. So
No,
there's
no,
that. You know what I mean? Like, how am I gonna cancel him if she didn't even cancel him? You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's kind of like when that family member tells you what happened to them and this their boyfriend did this or whatever, and now you like hate him, but then they back
And then
together.
they
And
back
it's like,
together.
you know what I mean? Nah, I
Yeah.
ain't cancel Chris. Nope.
No, Chris is he's a legend.
So was that everybody? And is that cancel culture? I don't know. I'm canceling cancel culture.
Yeah, I'm canceling cancel culture too. We are supposed to be a forgiving bunch, a loving bunch. And I think that there are ways to, even with your kids, right? If something happened, you don't just cancel them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You try to teach them, or maybe they go in timeout. Maybe we just put some of these people in timeout and
Oh damn.
revisit it. Okay, so this is one of those things where we could see the light and we just watching from afar like it's coming. Trey Songz's cancellation is coming. It's on the
Ugh.
horizon.
He literally is walking in the same footsteps as R. Kelly. That's all I'm gonna say.
And
And
the things that I've heard sound very believable, right? It's not like some women just saying it was this, it's like no, you just feel like because of who you are, I have to make out with you in this club. And like, that's not right, sir.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, dang. Yeah. I
that
will
was,
say I haven't listened to a Trey Songz song in a very long time.
you already, okay. That
Not
don't
that
count.
I I'm just saying I
Because
haven't
you
listened
happen
to.
to not have listened to it, then I technically already canceled them. That is not how cancel culture works. Because that Tory Lanez, I really like a lot. And he was canceled for a while, but now they're in court and it don't seem like everything is just the up and up. So I've started to listen to I've uncanceled Tory Lanez until I get a verdict. Cause I really that was a hard one for me. And
Oh,
I love Meg too. But if she lying
mhm.
about this or thing, I'm gonna have to cancel Meg
But
too.
how could you lie about getting shot in your foot? Um, did, okay. I listen. I'll just tell you this. I don't really care enough. about either one of them. So I'm sorry.
I
Sorry.
like both of them a lot music wise. And to me, I just think that it's one of those things where it's like she's cried out being like, we don't protect black women. But ma'am, if you are not telling the truth,
Yeah. Yeah.
it just does so much more damage because all of these people we've even talked about, where it's like you've pissed off black women. And then if you do that, you just discredit a lot of that. And I don't like that. I hope she's not lying about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. People need to stop putting celebs high up on pedestals and then they won't get disappointed when they turn out to be human. That's
Yeah.
prophetic.
Or just understanding that they are human. So, I mean, I feel like celebrities put themselves high up,
Hmm.
and it's just the culture we live in, which in itself is kind of just, weird. I'm sure if you go to other countries, they don't have, you know what I mean, this fascination or this obsession with
Yeah, yeah.
celebrities and things like that. So it's part of
I,
the culture.
I don't know. I think the rest of the world kind of follows
I
what we.
think there are like you'll hear in like Korea, there's like, K-pop and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So like those people are really big, but I don't think every country has like this fascination with celebrities.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm gonna just tell you this. I saw an African reality show not too long ago and I was like, what the fuck? Y'all act like this out there? Y'all act like we act out here? Don't do that. Don't do that. So I think that we have a lot of influence and we people want to be, how we are. And
Right.
it's like, no, don't no, no, don't follow after them
Mhm.
footsteps. Don't do that. Don't love and hit. No, that is not the one.
Right, right, right.
But
And
yeah,
sometimes it's levels because like I said, I had to graduate. I had to get off the love and hip hop juice.
I was
It's
off that
just
first season one. I was like, I can't do it.
we went back to Jerry Springer days.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, I think Krishan Rock and Blueface is back together, and she might be pregnant.
No.
I'm just saying, she might be pregnant, girl. She might be pregnant. Y'all gonna
No.
bring a kid in?
I'm
Oh,
not about to be invested. I'm
I'm
canceling it. So
invested.
don't
No,
tell me nothing else.
I am rooting for them.
If
I'm
no one
praying
is
for
has
them.
been
I'm
keeping
rooting
up
for
with the
them.
two of them, just go do some
Google it.
Googles and just start praying.
Yeah, keep them on your prayer list at all times. These kids is
Both of
young
them.
and dumb, okay? And they need some help.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel so strongly about it, but I want them to make it. I do.
Wait, you want them to make it
No, listen, whether
to
it's
break
together
it?
or not, whether it's together or not, I want them to be better.
Okay.
And I think they're better apart.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yes.
if y'all gonna be together and have a kid, fuck.
Get it together.
Get it together. Get it together. Well, listen, that went by pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Our little hour. Um, it was what was this? Episode 8. We got 2 more episodes left. Okay. What we got for our season finale? Are we trying to cook up something, Amari?
We have some things in the works. Yeah.
All right, we got some things in the works. So next week is season 9. Excuse me, episode 9. You guys put in the
Season
comments.
9, episode 9.
Yeah, 9 9 9 9. Okay.
I
Um,
wanted to request, could we do like a voter for dummies type of thing? Maybe you guys come on,
oh
say who's
shit.
running,
What's
what
the
they
date?
stand for, what the ballot questions are, break them down, what yes and no means. I think that would be really
The 30.
beneficial
Yeah,
for.
let's do it. Definitely. The 30th. Let's do vote. Yep. Vote or die type shit. Yep.
Yeah, break it all
All
the
right.
way down.
We'll do that.
So we
Um,
can start with that because I don't know if that'll take the whole hour, but I like what you were saying about maybe an episode on marriage. I would like that, and we could get some guests back in.
okay. Well, next episode is episode 9. Then we have the season finale, and yes, we're trying to cook up some special stuff. And then that's kind of on marriage, so we'll just kind of
Oh,
see.
that's true. Okay.
So yeah, we didn't say what all kinds of marriages. We got all kinds of marriages going on. A lot of different type of marriages. Um, all right. Oh, good. I got a Gen X signing her up for the vote or die.
I think I have someone. I seen someone put in some real useful stuff on my Instagram. I'm
Good.
gonna reach out. Yeah, and he was my generation, so I'll see if he wants to come on.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Cool. Um, other than that, I mean, where can people find you, Amari?
They can call me, email me, find me on Instagram. All
Oh,
things balanced underscore W Amari. Give me call
fuck
me.
it.
Um oh, one last thing. I am
Wait.
teaching a class this semester. So
Oh, good. Where at?
I'm really excited at the college I work at. Um,
Awesome. What subject?
human development. So I'm really excited. It's psychology 240. It's a human development class and it's online. Um, so
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So I may be super busy, but we got 2 episodes left, so we're gonna
Yeah.
bring it
When did your semester start? In the spring?
tomorrow.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so they do 8-week terms. So tomorrow, and then it'll be done December 18th. So not too long. So a lot jam packed in 8 weeks.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, me, of you guys know, I'm here. Instagram is my social media drug of choice. I'm at pieces.of.she, on Twitter at piecesofshe1. And you can email me at trish@piecesofshe.com. All right, she family. Until next
All
time.
right.